Hey guys, Alexander Nava here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be unboxing the brand new 16-inch MacBook Pro that just came out. Now, before we get into this, I want to go ahead and announce the winner of the shout out from the previous video. So the winner for the last shout out is Ruby Rocha. So congratulations to you, Ruby. I actually went to high school with Ruby, so go ahead, check the link in the description. Her channel is down below. Go ahead and give her a follow. She also does YouTube, and let her know that I sent you, and leave her a comment, give her a like. And if you want a shout out in the next video, make sure to leave a comment down below. I'll pick a randomly selected name, and you'll go ahead and get a shout out in the next video. So I got the 16-inch MacBook here. I got the mid-tier. Now this one is the 2.3 gigahertz 8-core Intel i9. So that is going to be that mid-tier. So they also make a 4-core as well. This one has 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. You can go up to 64 on these maxed out. This has a 1 terabyte SSD. Now, the maximum that you can get this year, I believe, is 8 terabytes. And if you spec it out, you know, the thing's gonna cost as much as a, you know, brand new custom built desktop computer. And I also have, let's see here, the AMD Radeon Pro 5500M with 4 gigabytes of VRAM. Now, the highest spec one has 8 gigabytes of VRAM, and this one has 4 Thunderbolt USB 3s, so looks like we're still going to be using some dongles there. Luckily, they do have a headphone jack. Now, with this Mac, you know, they did upgrade the speakers, as well as they brought back the escape key, and they have a Touch ID/power button. So apparently people were saying that the butterfly keys weren't working for them. Now, the Mac that I'm coming from into this is the mid-2014 MacBook Pro Retina display. So I never got the butterfly keys. I've always had the same scissor style key, so that's what I'm coming from. I got to skip all the, you know, the keyboard problems that were going on. So hopefully it should be just like switching over, but I'll tell you guys how I feel about the difference. Well, with that being said, let's go ahead and get this right open. So I like how they included a little pull tab for the plastic. That was actually a really nice touch. I had my handy dandy snips there ready, but it looks like they took care of that for me. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this top off. Wow, I gotta say, the box is actually really thick from what I can feel. This box, the outer part, is a lot thicker than when I bought my MacBook. You know, it was just really thin. That's kind of cool. And I love that picture that they include there of the wallpaper. Really cool. And here we are greeted with the MacBook. Now, the one that I got is in space gray. My previous one is in silver. So that'll be a little bit different for me. So I went ahead and just put the MacBook to the side for now. Comes with a USB-C cable for charging. Now everything with these MacBooks is now USB-C, so if you want to plug any old USB 2.0 or 3.0s in, or if you want HDMI out, anything like that, you're gonna have to purchase a dongle. Now you can find those on, you know, Amazon. You can get, you know, some from as low as like $25 to do basic things, you know, up to $100+ that have, you know, as many outputs as you can imagine. So definitely, if you're picking one of these up, and you're using it for business, you never know if you're going to go into a place, do a presentation, and they only have VGA or they hand you a HDMI. So you're definitely going to want to get a dongle for this. Here you have the Designed by Apple in California MacBook Pro. So it looks like we get some documentation, and of course, as always, they should include stickers. They always include Apple stickers, and it looks like this time they're space gray. So in the past, every Apple product, iPods even back in the day, they would include Apple stickers, and they would always be white. They would always be white. But these are space gray, so that's kind of cool there. It's a little bit of a change if you want to have a unique sticker. They're space gray Apple stickers. I'm gonna go ahead and put that right back until I find a place to stick those. And here you have the charging brick. Now this is a hefty brick. This is very, very heavy. And this is odd too. Now in the past they've always had these covers, right, that I'm pulling off right now. But this is more of a paper. You can even hear it tearing, listen. Like, so they kind of switched to paper instead of like a plastic wrap. And I wonder if that's for, you know, an environmental thing, or if this was just cheaper, or if they think it feels more premium. I'm not really sure, but you guys can leave in the comments down below. Why do you think that they used paper instead of plastic to wrap this? So by reading here, I can see that it's a 96 watt USB-C charger. So this is gonna get that charged up really quickly. 96 watts, that will be very quick. I wonder how much you can charge this up fully. Definitely I'll be making an update video sometime in the future. But honestly, that's all that you get in the box there. So you got the cable, the power brick, a little Apple packet, and you have the computer. So let's go ahead, I'll get this cleaned up and I'll open the computer up for you guys. Okay, so just by feeling, actually they kept the original kind of plastic wrap on the laptop itself. So it looks like they added, you know, that paper wrap for the charger or the power adapter, but not for the laptop, because they still kept like that plastic feeling kind of stuff. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna pull this down here. That sound is like therapy, it's really fun. And there you go. You have the computer right there. What a nice space gray. I do like that color. Now, I did notice off the bat, it feels a bit heavy. And I know they upgraded the battery on that. So, I mean, I don't know if it's, you know, the battery that makes it feel heavier. I'm gonna assume it is, because the battery on this thing is incredible. So before I open this up, I wanna quickly just compare both my old MacBook here to the new MacBook. Now this was the 15-inch MacBook Pro mid-2014 Retina display, and this is, of course, the space gray one is the new 16-inch MacBook Pro that came out. So they look similar in size. It looks about the same size, you know, this way. They feel about the same thickness. You know, it's just a couple millimeters. You can't really tell the difference from the mid-2014 to this. I mean, you can kind of feel, I think this one might be slightly bigger, but again, not enough to make a difference for me at least. Let's check them out lengthwise. So lengthwise, I can tell that the 16-inch, the new MacBook, is just a couple millimeters longer than this one. It doesn't make a huge difference at all. I think it's just a tiny bit bigger. Now, I know that the 16-inch isn't actually physically 16 inches. They use similar sized body to previous, you know, last year's MacBooks, but I know that it does take up just more of the screen, the actual size, so there's less bezel. But comparing that, I mean, there's a difference. Now, what I will be missing on the new MacBook is I don't have an SD card slot. I don't have an SD card slot built into this. On my old one, I love being able to shoot, pop in my SD and move my images or videos. On this one, there is no SD reader. So if you're gonna pick this up again, you want a dongle that's gonna have a card reader. All right, let's go ahead and open up the new MacBook and then we'll compare the keyboards on them. All right, so we got that new MacBook there with the little paper, and I'm just gonna remove that. Wow, and as soon as I took the paper off, the MacBook went ahead and just started turning on. It's like it knows. They probably used some sort of indicator or the camera or light sensor of some sort. Now, something off the bat that I noticed, I haven't touched the keyboard yet. There's a nice little touch. It says MacBook Pro right there. My old one didn't have that, so that's kind of a cool touch. I love the thinner bezels. And then something that I can notice too is the touch bar is way bigger than my 2014.
To use English as the main language, press the return key.
Okay, it's telling me to do stuff. Wow, and you can see there the touch bar. And I've never had a MacBook with a touch bar, so that'll be kind of new to me here. Now, I know that they brought back the escape key. Last year they took it out, and people didn't like that. They wanted a physical escape key. So you can see here that they added an escape key again. And they actually added a physical power button with the Touch ID sensor. Before it was built into the touch bar, people didn't really seem to like that. I don't know, I didn't have that MacBook.
A screen reader called VoiceOver. If you know how to use VoiceOver.
All right, I'm just going through the setup process there, but let's compare it to my old 15-inch MacBook. Now it is a little dirty, so kind of died on me. That's why I got the new one. Now, with the new iOS Catalina, in case you guys didn't know, Apple got rid of iTunes, and instead they went and divided it into 3 apps. Now you have music, podcasts, and TV. So basically, when you open music up, you can still have your music library, and there'll be a section for the iTunes store where you can buy music. In TV, you can buy movies, TV shows, stuff like that. In the past, it's all kind of been rolled into iTunes, but I guess they wanted to steer away from that for subscription-based reasons, most likely. Okay, so comparing the keyboards off the bat, you know, I actually like the new feel of this one compared to my old one. And now this one feels more kind of spongier. This one has, I feel like, less travel. Now that's just how I feel based on my fingers and how I feel it. But one thing I am going to be liking off the bat, because I've wanted this since I got this MacBook, is the big, huge trackpad that's right here. Now you can see this is easily like double the size of my trackpad from my 2014. Now the speakers are here. They've upgraded the speakers on this so it should sound better. They've also added what they call a studio microphone. It uses 3 different microphones and it tries to get a better sound quality. And you know, maybe in the future I can do an in-depth review. If you guys want to hear the microphone, go ahead and let me know in the comments. One thing I noticed too that's different is the back of the Apple is no longer glowing. So on my MacBook here, this was LED lit, so it would glow white. You know, you couldn't turn it off no matter what. You would turn it on and it would glow white. I noticed the back is just like a mere kind of metal finish on the new one. So I know it's kind of a small thing. For me, I personally like it because I own a DJ, a wedding company. So sometimes the light, the Apple light, you know, would shine through and people would be able to see it. I know it's not a big deal. But to me, I would put my branding here with vinyl and it would just shine through the branding, the sticker. And so I know it's a small change, but I'll definitely be enjoying that. Now, one thing I'm going to be trying to, since I got the new MacBook, I'm going to be trying to edit in Final Cut. Now, previously, I've used exclusively Premiere and Adobe, you know, the Adobe suite, but I want to try to use Final Cut. I think it would be great for me to diversify and learn both, and I just want to see how that workflow varies compared to my Premiere workflow that I have now. So if you guys want to see a video on that, let me know as well. I'm excited to have this MacBook, very excited, and I love the screen so far. I love the trackpad. The keyboard seems great. I'm not sure how useful the touch bar is going to be to me, in my opinion. It's cool to see. It's cool that there's buttons that can change around and, you know, display different things when you're in different apps. But realistically, I don't know how useful the touch bar is going to be for me, if I'm being honest. Other than that, the product feels great. It feels premium. There's quality components that went into building this. The speakers, I already love the speakers from my 2014. Anything above this is just going to be a great upgrade. I just thought these were some of the best speakers on the laptop that you could have. The microphone array is great, as I said. The only thing that I've been hearing of and kind of my complaint is with this one I was able to upgrade the internal storage. I know that with the new MacBooks everything is kind of soldered into the logic board, making it really difficult to near impossible. So I mean, I guess that's my only complaint for now. Obviously if you want the newest hardware you're going to have to buy it regardless of its repairability, but that's something that is up to you. So if you guys have any questions, want to see a review, please let me know in the comments. Make sure to subscribe and give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Now, I am going to be doing a shout out in my next video, so if you want a chance to get shouted out, leave a comment down below. Thank you guys so much for watching.